So I went to the World Expo in Japan in 2005, and I saw at World Expo, at the World Expo, a mock-up of a refugee camp put on by Doctors Without Borders. And I was really struck by the way, just by the fact that 90% of the world lives in poverty, and just it would give me a sense for how everyone is so poor. And so at this time, I had also been involved in robotics, and in these robotics competitions, we spent a lot of money. Like in first robotics, we spent about $30,000 or $40,000 every year on a robot, but it's solving a problem that we had to think up to begin with. So it's not a real problem. We're not actually helping anyone. At the end of the year, we just take apart a robot and it does not help anyone. So my idea was a competition where instead of solving a contrived problem, we were solving a real-life problem. This is basically a foundation that gives them different skills, like it's all centered around design, and then also you add economics, engineering, business. I call those different lenses, so different ways to look at a problem. So when you look at a problem, if you put on one of these lenses, it can tell you maybe some of the things that you need to look out for and how to identify a problem. And so Inventors Without Borders is going to use this Young Innovators Toolkit in a number of different ways. One way is a summer camp, a summer institute, where we teach it to students for 4 weeks. Another type is it can be even applied to a conference, where you get lots of people together to try to solve a problem using this. You can also send it to people in areas that have lots of need. So we would actually like to send this to perhaps a slum in India, where they can use this toolkit and the different principles and like design principles and all that. They can use that to actually solve a real problem that they're facing. My advice would be to look at the type of things you already like to do, look at your hobbies and things that you like to do naturally just for fun, and then see how you can apply those to actually solving a problem. And that's what I've been doing because I like inventing, and so I applied that to actually trying to help the poor with my inventions. But for example, I know a lot of people like to play soccer, and in India I met a young man who also likes soccer, and his idea was to use soccer to drive up attendance rate in schools, and this is how he did it. Basically, he had a program where he got donations for people to give him money for soccer supplies, and also for coaches for the students. So it was a very good program. And since the students otherwise, this is in a place with a lot of need, in a developing country, so they don't have any other way of this type of all this funding and resources. So everyone wants to join this. But he says that in order to be part of this program, they must attend school every single day. And so if they miss going to school for a day, then they can't go. And so that drives up attendance rate because they want to be part of that program. So he used soccer, something that he really likes doing, and he applied it in a way that can solve his community. I met one person who's also named Javier, and he's also an inventor. I think he does something to do with bicycles, like rebuilding them or fixing bicycles. So it's very interesting to be able to interact with them. Mm-hmm. And I like the way their school isn't just about getting kids to college, but also through college. I really like that part.